This is Brother Carter with Tasteful and Toxic. I also have my lovely wife with me,
Val.
Hey, Val. Be sure and tune in to us every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m.
Don't sleep on us, baby. Get up, get your coffee. Tune in.
We love you. God bless you. We'll see you Wednesday.
Good morning. Good morning. Today is a Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. and we're here with Tasteful and Toxic. You know, because sometimes you're tasteful. Sometimes, if you're me, you're toxic.
All right.
I'm here today joined with the true host of the show, Brother Carter. Hello. He likes to call himself Mr. C, Mr. C. And then we have the lovely, vivacious Miss Valerie.
Don't forget beautiful.
And beautiful, a.k.a. she's also toxic, but it's cool.
Today I might want to be tasteful.
I like when you're toxic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody can't handle it. No, just say it.
Everybody can't handle that toxicity.
Toxicity.
Oh. He got it right now.
Some people want to take you back where you came from when you've been delivered.
He's been studying.
You have shown me the way.
No, I said toxicity in a therapy session one time.
No,
and
you didn't.
I did. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I mean, toxicity. But then she done said it so much. I be messing it up. It's contagious.
Now I'm saying it right.
Baby, I'm telling you, be careful the company you keep.
That's true. That's true. Oh.
And that is true. You have to be careful about the company you keep because, you know, like Bishop T.D. Jake found himself in the dungeon with P. Diddy down there.
Allegedly.
No, that's not allegedly.
He was in a dungeon?
He was at the party, huh?
Oh, okay.
Whatever the party was, the pictures. It's not nothing legend about this. He was found right there with him. And he found himself coming in as a light coming into a dark room and became overcame by the darkness.
Well, let me ask a
question. What you were saying when you say about be careful about the company you keep, you do have to be careful with that because of some of those traits can rub off on you. Just like toxicity and toxicity have rubbed off on me and Stephanie.
You brought that thing on.
You got to be careful to make sure you ground yourself, in the midst of everything that you're going through, So go back to what you was doing, Abby.
Yes, so we have the lovely host, Brother Carter, Miss Val. Then we have Stephanie Burrel.
The
lovely, the therapizing.
Analyzing.
Therapizing.
Oh, okay.
Hashtag therapilize.
That's in the Lawrence Carter dictionary.
Right.
Yeah.
I've heard of therapize.
Therapilize.
But I like therapilize.
I like
Therapilize.
Therapilize.
See, you got to put the polize because you're putting something into somebody. Polize.
Explanation of the word you made up. Another word.
The etymology of the text.
Another word Brother Carter makes up that I use in my everyday vernacular now is insecurity-ness. You always gotta add a ness. Brother Carter loves the ness.
Insecurity-ness is crazy.
Now, see, the ness mean is extra insecure.
Yeah.
It's a part of you.
Yeah.
It's to work on that.
You're already insecure, but you have that ness in you also.
Insecurity-ness.
So you got two levels you got to work through.
Yeah.
Come on now. I explain my words.
You do. They make sense.
Don't play with him. That's why you have your own Webster.
We should start a dictionary.
I think we should.
The Carter Dictionary.
I think we should.
And y'all should pull a clip of every time he's used the word and make
No.
that would be
No.
I think it would, Lord.
That would be so
But
good.
some of them words I ain't playing with. I'm just be real.
That's what make it so good.
Yeah, sometimes I have to look them up. Like,
It's in our dictionary. So
Yeah.
we don't go to Webster because it ain't there.
Yeah, y'all should go
we never
pull every
told
clip
y'all.
every time
Right.
Somebody get up there and talk about that's an ignorant fool.
We got
people
them.
love compilation
But we
videos.
got them, baby.
That
Ain't
would be
nobody- We got this.
Yeah.
We got this here, baby. You ain't see her early this morning. She rose And I had to say, it's okay.
She rose.
She rose.
She rose.
I'm TTG.
She rose.
Train to go. Train to go.
She rose.
What you did, baby?
She rose. She rose from.
Oh my! And it's all singing day.
That was a song we learned about Jesus way back in the day.
Yeah.
She rose.
It meant he rose.
But we
But
said she
said
rose.
She rose.
What church y'all used to go to?
Baby, that was that bad good old
Yeah.
Baptist.
That was the Sunday morning Sunday school.
That was when they didn't have nothing but the organ, and them deacons was on that pew, and they was hitting that wood.
You don't know nothing about that kind of church.
You don't know. I know. I was driving here listening to Kirk Carr. I was in my car. I said, why am I listening? Because Kirk Carr, that's the spirit. These folks don't know. You laid out tearing for the Holy Ghost. We had to put, and I don't believe tearing for the Holy Ghost. I believe it's a gift that the Lord wants to give
Come
you.
on now,
begging
say
for that
it.
gift.
Right.
But my dad used to put towels down.
Babe.
My friends would come over. We'd be up till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, hanging out with the Lord.
Hanging out.
Because whatever happened to let's stay up all night and stay in the presence of God, and everybody trying to get out of church in 2 hours.
Because when the glory falls,
Because
When it falls.
Mhm.
I want it in all that He brings.
When it falls.
You and your friends want to go hang daddy, say, "No, I sit down right here. Let me tell you about the
Listen.
Lord."
And you wasn't
Yeah.
leaving.
and we would leave with encounter.
Exactly.
One of my friends said, she said, when she come, she said, my papa said that I can't come back home. But no more slumber party.
No more.
Because the first red flag was we never went to sleep.
Y'all never went to sleep. She tired
Oh,
when she come
my
home.
goodness.
She worried about why her
She
baby
said,
ain't got no
what
sleep.
y'all do? Y'all know you have fun. She said,
Y'all know we on the show, huh?
Yeah.
That part.
I need to introduce the lovely, the wise Tierra, and a little scrappy Tierra.
Let's call her scrappy.
I'll never forget that one episode of Tasteful Toxic where
Oh
she was
my
talking
gosh.
about hitting people.
How you
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
I would two-piece you
So,
in a second.
Two piece, that's what you said.
I
Two
would
piece.
two-piece you in a second.
You know, let me
So
tell
now
you.
I just see her. She's
You just
scrappy.
gonna lie?
You just gonna do that.
You just gonna lie?
Let me tell y'all.
all right, I got something for that.
See, that's what I love about these two. That's beautiful and humble and God-fearing as they are.
Mhm.
Them girls will put a bullet in your ass.
And send you to the king.
And then say a prayer.
Let me just say
Them girls
again.
don't play.
Okay, let me just
And
say.
Steph will sing at your service.
I hope you with the king. All right, man, this can't be the show.
We need to edit all this out, and we need to tap in. We need to dial it back.
All right, bro.
It's giving brunch.
Come on, right? It's giving. Okay.
Okay.
So
today's topic.
Let me be
no, I'm gonna
So-
change something right quick. How do y'all feel?
Okay.
How do y'all feel?
Take us back, Brother Carter.
You ain't figured that out yet?
How do you feel? I'm gonna let y'all get the giggling pills out first.
It's the commentary. Okay, sorry.
How do you feel? How do you feel
Uh-huh.
with I promise y'all we don't have no weed on this show. We don't have nothing on the show like that.
Nothing like
Yeah.
that. Just
So how do
Everybody
you
in here
feel
is
when
crazy.
about people being in relationship with their exes? You've moved on, okay? You've gotten married to somebody else, but you still keeping up. Your
Mm-mm.
baby daddy, baby mama still in your life, still
You could
Still
never
come
play
over.
in my face like this.
still comes over and y'all become friends.
ain't no y'all never
Yeah.
separated.
Now,
You could never play in my
That's-
face.
so my question is, could that
Absolutely not.
coexist?
Absolutely
No.
not. It's dysfunctional.
Toxic.
It's still
If you
playing.
want to be friends with her, be with her.
Be with her, because there is never a time that's okay. What has happened is that the
Whoa,
person that
whoa,
wants
I
to
done took
stay
the
in,
nerve
you
on
did,
you now.
baby. The person that wants to stay so-called friends hadn't
Mhm.
let go, and what they're trying to do is force that other person to buy into the bullshit.
No. So
I'm not finished. But you asked the question, so let me answer.
No. I asked the question because I have talked to some people.
I know, baby,
that have this experience. They have experience with their spouse and their ex or became friends.
They didn't come from.
Wait.
Okay.
Hey, man.
I want to say something.
This is actually what really happened.
That's what they're giving you.
What happened?
What's attitude about? You did tasteful. I mean, not that.
They asked for it to come up. They asked for it.
So, how do y'all feel about having sex on the first date?
Wait. I think this may again ruffle some feathers.
Yeah, ruffle them.
But if you have children, then there needs to be a level of relationship there.
True.
Friendly. You don't need to be friends.
Yes,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you have to think about the psychology behind the relationship and how your brain perceives that person. And if that person at any point in time was the one that was pulling your pleasure lever, and when I say that, don't go dark. We're not talking sexual. I mean, that is a part of it. But I'm also talking just like the dates that you had, the intimacy, the connection, the friendship, the rapport that you had with that person. If you have not healed and accepted the fact that y'all are not together anymore romantically, then when you get around that person, that shot of dopamine is still going to happen.
And it's going to change who you are because you're going to go back to that place.
Yeah. Absolutely. And we all know that your brain would do anything to get that shot of dopamine.
Did you say dopamine?
You need to be, I would say, be very cautious of that. But my man could never.
I think it depends on the individuals. No.
You ain't never seen nobody have sex with somebody who doesn't look. Maybe I don't know how to say.
Just say it.
You've seen people will do things with anyone.
Sex with somebody,
it's not even just
do it again.
But it's not just even looks, right? It's personality. People will, especially when they're not sober-minded, they will do anything with anybody. So it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be someone that you were, previously with or whatever. Like there's,
just say it.
That's all. People will do anything with anybody. And here it don't have to be a connection. If the opportunity presents itself, I don't have to be attracted to you. I don't have to like your lifestyle.
Right.
But
even if you're not looking to be there, here's my.
If someone's throwing yourself, a lot of people can't.
Here's my thing is, there is a reason.
Talking about friendships and relationships.
I'm just going to go back to why I say it. I'm so adamant about that. We always like to keep things, we want to go scripture and y'all going to tell me where the scripture is. I'm just going to say, when there are times why would you want to go back and play in something that God delivered you from, other than to feed in to a desire that you have not truly, that you say it with your mouth, you want to be delivered. So you're moving in a path of I'm moving on, but you're still playing in your flesh is still playing in that pool. Why would you want to in any way other than if there is a relationship for the kids that's separate? Let me finish.
What does that look like though?
I don't like people to cut me off when I'm trying to get to a point.
When you're venting.
No, I'm not venting. I'm trying to get to a point. when a person have truly moved on from something. And we got to think about the women because we always telling the women to accept because I have children there. And so I need to have a relationship there. No,
it's going on both sides.
No, but let me finish, baby. Please.
No, wait.
I'm not going
to. Let me stop you for a second. Just a quick second. I want to base this.
Brother Carter,
seriously, I want to base the subject not on your own person, but on generalizing that there are people. Have you ever talked to? Wait. Okay. Listen to me. Have you ever?
Child, I'm gonna get this out.
You ever met anybody that have children?
I'm not going to go until I get this out.
Can we?
No, I'm gonna get this out.
The wrong
conversation. I'm gonna get this out. We can always fix. This is not personal. I'm speaking to the young people and women. I'm speaking to women. You get yourself in situations, i.e. was that person You get yourself in such, and I have been delivered, but I am speaking on it because it's personal. And when you're young, you don't know because you're just doing what you want to have to do to get along because you want to be in this relationship. So you accept things because it's been fed and bred into you that this is all this is. So I'm saying that no, it's not natural that you allow yourself to succumb to a situation that is unhealthy for you, which is going to be unhealthy for the relationship, which is going to be unhealthy for the kids. If that relationship is over, there is no reason that we need to become friends. It's no reason that we need to hang out. There is no reason that you show up at the fish fry. There is no reason that you show up at the picnic. None of that. That's foolishness. And so I'm saying the relationship about the children is one thing, period. And that's all it is about the children. And you can have an adult arrangement, a conversation, and a pickup for the kids without bringing that other party in.
I just want to add the scripture that you requested.
Okay, thank you.
Proverbs 26:11 says, as a dog returns to his vomit, so fools repeat their folly.
Come on now.
Or as a dog returns to its vomit, so a fool repeats his foolishness.
Mm-hmm. Period. Period. Now I'm ready to go on down the street.
Okay, so
No, we ain't having sex on the first day.
so I was talking with somebody at work, and
Sorry.
they were telling me about she's newly married now, and this person have a child with the man that was he just married himself, and she was talking about how they hung out together, and how the girl the other wife from her baby daddy, they became friends in the midst of it, of this in relationship. And I thought that was so unique and different. I never thought that can coexist, even though I've seen it even with people before me, my forefathers. I've seen it with them that do that. And so I didn't bring this up to
Trigger me.
scar any,
You didn't scar
any
me.
tissues or nothing like that. I brought this up because I thought this was a valid conversation that can be had.
It's a very good conversation.
Yeah, not so. What I'm saying is, can that be possible?
No.
Not in your opinion. I know.
No.
I think when we're talking about kids, that's the exception, not
yes.
the rule, right?
Mhm,
So I'm not even, when I talk about it, I'm not
Okay,
even talking
so-
about people with kids. I'm talking about when the kids are not involved, right?
Right.
I know somebody who reduces, reuses, recycles men.
Mhm.
She's friends. It has a texting relationship with every man that
she
she's
ever missed.
been in a relationship with.
No, don't talk about Jennifer.
How do you know I was talking about my mom?
I didn't say her mama. I just said the name.
She does this though. My friend
Oh my God.
does this. And I don't understand, because when I break up with somebody, I believe to truly move on, you have to completely cut all ties and disconnect. Because like Stephanie said, even if that person, because I get to a point when I break up with somebody, you disgust me. There's no pleasure or whatever, pleasure level, whatever you said. That doesn't exist anymore. At this point, you are unalive to me.
Unalive.
I don't need to see what you're doing. I don't need to hear from you. Because I do not reduce, reuse, recycle.
There you
You're
go.
gone for good. I don't need to see you. I don't need to hear about you. I don't need to follow you on Facebook. None of that. So I do think it is toxic to keep that relationship, because you're leaving a little door open.
Yeah.
And it comes from a place, I think,
Come on.
of not wanting to like be alone. You want that connection. You want to feel, because it does feel a type of way when you spend a lot of time with somebody and you feel like you invested in this person.
Yeah.
And then to completely let them go, it feels like a loss, but it is a gain, because you are gaining the tools and the knowledge to have a successful relationship with somebody else who didn't burn all those bridges with you.
Right.
And most
you
of
have
the
to
time,
remember-
That's a lot. That's a lot. Go ahead, man.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
most of the time when the relationship ends, most of the time,
It ends
it
sour.
didn't end because, we just weren't, it's something that happened.
Something happened
Right?
more times than not.
This,
Yeah.
and this is just where I am. This is not for everybody. I just feel like if my purpose of dating or being in relationship is ultimately because I want to find my partner that I'm partnered with for life and be married, have a family and grow and build, you already had your chance.
There you go.
And I just think it's crazy and women do this all the time because there's something in us, and maybe with men too, but I can only speak for people.
Women.
Yeah. There's something in us that after you have invested in something, it's like, I don't want to see somebody else walk away with the benefits. It's like you work 20 years and you invest in your retirement account and you never get to pull and live off of the fruit of your labor.
Hold on to
So there's something that like is still trying to hold on. And for me, I'm okay with like, okay, I worked at this job for the government, and when I leave, I got to start my retirement over somewhere else. And whatever I did over there, I know that job is not for me. I don't want to stay there for 20 years. So I'm moving on to the next position at the next industry and the next company, and I'm going to start building there, because I think that's how people end up in cycles. Like, I don't want, if you truly, when you're in a relationship, and this is me, I'm putting my all into it.
There you go.
We can go to therapy. We can pray together. We can try communicating different ways. I'm going to fight for it. If it doesn't work, why would you go back and waste your time there again? There's no reason.
Are you the person that's with the new man? Is it a difference how you feel if you with the person?
That's a good question.
That's the new man. He have a significant other, and she may feel that way. Help me out with, you know what I'm trying to say.
I know what you're trying to say. What he's trying to say is, are you the person that has someone that I'm really cool with, and I'm not willing to?
And I'm basing this on marriage and children and having I'm basing this on marriage, having children. Y'all broke up and y'all gone different ways, but y'all still had a relationship based on you have the kids right there. But he's gone on and married someone else, and so have you. Gone on and married someone else.
There's still boundaries.
That's
just like if it was somebody that's Joe Blow, there's still boundaries that have to be in place. And also in your new relationship, there are certain things that you have to do. And I'm speaking for me as a woman, because I'm not an insecure. It's none of that. But there are some situations that you can feel insecure in. And it has nothing to do with me. It's if you are my partner, there needs to be a level of communication, honesty, transparency between the two of us, where if you're friends with whoever, I feel safe in that. But even with that being your friend, there still needs to be boundaries in place.
And so those boundaries don't just get set up.
Let Steph jump in.
No, I'm talking. If there's boundaries set up, and boundaries are, if that is a deal breaker for your mate. If that's a deal breaker for your mate, that means, and I think that's where women need to early on. If you know that that's a situation that is still there, you have to articulate what you need early on. And if they're unwilling to give that to you, then you need to sit down and evaluate, is this the relationship I need to move forward with? Because there's going to be a lot of toxic. What's that word?
Toxicity. For the sake of tasteful and toxic, it's nicity.
Okay. And there's going to be a lot of frustration, and there's going to be a lot of hurt until you grow out of that. So you can't impose. You can't impose where you are on someone else.
You're not going to tell me
you can't
this
tell
my friend, and you just going to have to accept that. Your role in the relationship with me is to make sure that I feel safe. As far as it concerns you.
Facts.
And so if you're unwilling to do that, then what you have to deal with is everything that comes with that.
But what if you did all of that? What if you did that?
But you didn't, because it would be all right.
I'm talking about other people.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Other people.
My bad.
Other people.
Don't give me no.
What if you've done?
Don't give me no.
What if you done all of that? All that y'all saying? You've done all of that. Could you find yourself being
no
sociable?
I don't agree. Thank you, T. I think I think that it is possible for some. I think that these people are an anomaly. I don't believe that it is the majority.
Right. Exactly.
Because most people don't do the work, right? So say I'm an alcoholic. I've struggled with alcoholism all of my life. And then I went to rehab. I got over the alcohol. But one of the things they teach you is don't go back to places where you could potentially be triggered and then relapse, right? Relapse is normal. It happens.
Yeah.
It's a part of life.
Yeah.
But so then I'm not going to go to bars.
It's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to do all of these other things. Right. So I think it depends on the timing before you put yourself in that predicament again. I think it is possible. But I also think, to your point earlier about your friend, you have to understand when you have all of these people still in your life and they're there after their season, after the expiration date, then you are not making space for the things that should be present in your life.
Exactly.
So what I'm hearing here is that person I was speaking with is playing a role that's not a natural state of being. That being coexisting with your ex-husband, with your children, with his spouse and your spouse. That y'all telling me that cannot exist.
It doesn't mean that it's wrong or that it can't exist. I think the point, and can't speak for everybody. I think the point that we're making.
Me I'm lying by what I.
No.
I just
No one can tell you that. No, it's not an absolute yes or no, right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's
rare.
In those two new relationships, if these people are doing the work in those relationships, not even just in the current relationships with their new partners, but to truly disconnect them and put into perspective what the purpose of the previous relationship was, then I do think that it is possible to have a situation like that. What we're saying, why it's rare, is because most people don't do the work.
That,
and most people, when they get out of that one relationship, they don't deal with, okay, what did I learn from this? Why didn't it work? They just go on to the next person, and there always tends to be some residue and unresolved feelings for that other partner. They've never really settled on, this person is not a fit for me in the life that I want to build. I can have love for them. I can respect them. I can wish them well. But I also know we are two pieces that do not fit.
Let's say for the sake of conversation here. I like what you said.
Thank you,
let's say for the sake of conversation that you ran into an individual, okay, that you have once slept with and that you have been intimate with, should I say, and that's the word slept with. You've been intimate with this individual and you went into a club situation or whatever, church or whatever the situation may be. You went into an environment and this individual was there. Would you have the same feelings toward that you?
But
I mean, I can speak.
But here's the thing.
It depends on how long it's been.
Steph, I want you to jump in because you've been silent on this thing.
I'm just listening, and I mean,
it just depends. Yeah,
you said what you said, and you meant what you said
to me.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep it pushing. Because here's the thing, and you just
why we gotta keep rekindling something every time we see each other?
Yeah, why do we have? And I think that's the problem because we want to give. I was on this show. I was on this show. And they call me toxic and he's tasteful. I was on this show and they talk about playing the role. You know, why do we always have to play a role to make it look a certain way and to make people feel good? So that relationship is over. And wait, let me finish. I'm not going to cut you off.
Okay.
That relationship is over as it was. You know, and I think what you have to, and I think what you spoke so well, you have to do the work to do the healing and do the process to get to, if it's going to ever be anything other than what it is. But when you try to force that on someone, it's going to make yourself or that. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me.
No, I'm not going to cut you off.
But you are. I'm still talking.
Let me give you the contents of the situation.
I don't want no contents. I don't want no contents. Let me just say this. Okay. Okay. I don't want no contents because I'm not talking on my level. I'm talking in general. I'm really talking about you got to put the work in and allow that person that you're bringing into that world to heal.
So you have a child. Okay.
I don't have none.
You have a child with another man.
Okay.
You have a child with another man.
Do that.
And things didn't work out with you and your baby daddy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Old Longs came around. You and Old Longs start, hooking up and everything.
Yeah.
And we got
Why are you
together.
trying to look at his eyes?
Because he's trying to break me down.
But you got your baby daddy over there. He's very much involved in his children's life, So, would you tell him he couldn't, not you personally, would you not allow him to come spend time like he been doing with his children?
Where?
But now that you're married with me to Longs now.
But where is he going to come and spend time at? That's the thing.
He was coming to see the
He
kids.
can't come to the house like that. No, because
You got a baby daddy.
I am married. No,
you wasn't married. You wasn't married when y'all. Wait, listen. Hit a scenario first.
Okay.
You wasn't married. You when y'all things didn't work out. Y'all went your separate ways.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But y'all kept a mother and father relationship going on, and he come by, pick the kids up, whatever, take them on where you got to go. But he had the ability to come to the house, pick the kids up. He had that, and now you married to Old Longs, and you gonna tell him he can't come to the house, pick the kids up?
Absolutely.
You can pick the kids up. You
but
can't
here's
stay
the
and
thing.
hang
Let
out
me
the
tell
house.
you. Here's the thing. The way he used to come in and he was able to sup a while and sit a while and hang out. That's changed because here's the thing. I'm protecting our relationship while protecting our children.
But what if I don't have no problem with him coming by
that's
to see the
foolishness.
kids?
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
What if I didn't have a problem with
But
it?
here's the thing.
I would dare to say it should be shut down before you even get remarried.
Because here's the problem with that. You're still dancing around something that could potentially become a problem. And so what you have to do
That's
in those
nice looking watch.
Okay. What you have to do, and y'all ladies, please jump in. I'm speaking to the ladies. You have to shut things down. You have to put a barrier. You have to put boundaries up and a protection around the relationship. That's not just about you, but it's a healthy relationship for the children. And
you saying you cannot be friends with nobody you've been intimate with.
Define friendship.
Yeah, define. I mean, that just sounds so.
But wait, so I think too. I think that it is possible, but my mind keeps going back to James and how it talks about like, don't ever say that God is the one who's tempting you.
Right.
No, your own lust and foolish desires put you in this situation, and how you have to have extreme. What's the word that I'm looking for? Like,
come to me, Lord.
You have
discipline and self-control. Not to dabble. And it looks different for everyone. Maybe it's just a little quick comment that was slightly inappropriate. But that stuff is like a slippery slope where it leads to other things. So I don't believe that it's not possible. Yeah. Because of course it's possible. There are so many people who are doing it and they're not having any issues.
Right. Well,
but
I think
the
you can have those slippers of the tongue with somebody that you don't even.
Exactly. The comment being made, but when you and your spouse are not on the same page.
Right. And I think, like you said, you can do it with people you don't know, but there's a different level of connectedness when it is a person who at some point you were joined to. So I do think it's possible, but I also think that you would be foolish to tempt yourself in that situation because a lot of people struggle to accept that relationships are over. And though you're with another person, they're still keeping that door open in their mind for the possibility that maybe one day we'll reconnect.
Yes.
And never mind.
Yes.
The thought that, acting up, but I know I can have such and such.
Any day.
I know. You know
so
what I mean?
you're over here and you're not looking to do anything over here, but that other person, you don't know what their thoughts and what their game plan is. That's why I said if the tables were turned and I had kids outside, then there has to be a boundary set up. No, you're not coming into Brother Carter's home.
The boundary is not for me, for my spouse, bro. The boundary is for me because I know me.
Yeah.
And I know how I used to feel about you.
Yeah.
And I know the things that we used to do.
Yeah.
And I don't want my memories triggering a response of a feeling where I do something foolish in a moment that ruins decades of what a relationship could have looked like.
Even if it's a small thing. And I think the biggest thing in this case is integrity.
Yes.
We can keep making all of these
things sound
have
pretty.
integrity over the relationship that you have and the relationship that you had. It's just certain doors, just like, and I think
it's closed.
Earlier,
Leave
like,
it closed.
if you used to be an alcoholic, it is foolish to keep alcohol in the house. It's just not, it don't make any sense.
Don't make it sound good because it sounds good. It's just
and it's not that I have to hate or not be cordial with this person. It's just I don't need to have you around.
And I don't have a disdain for this person. And the person don't have a disdain for me. But it's not.
It's your baby daddy. You can't have no disdain
That's
for
just
the person.
my baby daddy.
Right. And it's just not something. And I really do think that I know that I did get worked up on that because I'm so passionate about young women and
You're passionate, period.
I am, but I'm so passionate about women are settling for anything to connect to something. And so what you hear more than anything out of me, because I am advocating. I truly, with everything inside of me, from my toenail to my fingernail, I want ladies to understand your value, your purpose. Absolutely. You know, you cannot just allow people to tell you to settle, to dumb yourself, to accept, to just do whatever just because that's the way it feels good for them. And then they use kids, just like they'll use kids, they'll use drugs, they'll use everything. No, you matter. Yep. What you deserve, what you desire, it matters. Absolutely. It's not about putting you aside to make somebody else comfortable.
But this is the woman that's initiating.
She matters.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he matters. It don't matter. The person matters.
And can I just sprinkle something on top of that? Sprinkle, just razzle that. And I say this all the time for myself and for the people around me. The people that you've experienced already, because a lot of times, to Abigail's point, like some people just recycle.
Yeah,
you have options outside of that. Like you don't have to
stay connected in
that way to everybody from your past. Like it's okay to break out of that. They're not the only men or women on earth. You don't have to keep recycling through your own.
Well, a lot of people not as innovative as.
But I think people stay in that
because people feel like, I have a history with this person and it's familiar.
Exactly.
There's more people out there.
I think people do that for the image because they don't want to look like they're not doing and they're not connected. They're still trying. They do it for the image. And that's the same thing that happens in the church. Stop it. It's not good. It's not good when it's you. So why are you expecting someone else to tolerate that foolishness, male or female?
And that'll take a close to the Tasteful and Toxic conversation on being in a relationship with your significant other. Not significant, but your ex. Yes.
I'm just
so on Tasteful and Toxic, it's very toxic to just be in a relationship.
It got real toxic today.
Yes. And there's no tastefulness in this at all.
Ever. So, period.
Be wise.
Be wise in those dealings. Don't settle for just.
Know who you dealing with.
I want you to close the show out.
Okay, thank you. I will. Let me tell you something.
This was your show.
This truly, and I had no idea this is where we were going.
I didn't either.
And I really want us, human beings, individuals, to understand that you matter. Don't allow the other person to manipulate you. Into their foolishness. Gain healness. The kids always matter. The kids are so important. But before you can even start to have a relationship, in that relationship, you need to get healed and you need to get an understanding and decide whether or not you want to deal with that. Don't allow someone to put their crap on you.
That's it.